hate to be the bearer of bad news.
What happened?
What did
Your
we do?
bikes are dragging on me.
Whoa!
Wow! Bye.
We thought we were going to be boondocking at a golf course tonight, but the weather report is showing that's supposed to be 100 degrees. We're now pulling into a campsite with hookups.
And we can plug in and have air conditioning. So that's good. So. We just left the Lazy R RV park in Wyoming. We're in Manchester, Wyoming.
Yes.
It was just a little stopover on the way to Mount Rushmore.
Okay, right about where I'm standing, it starts getting into a steeper slope, so you still have room to come on the grass if you need to.
We are headed to Mount Rushmore. And before we do that, let's all say Happy birthday!
Thank you.
It's Lisa's birthday today. So our anniversary, we got to go to Yellowstone, and on our birthday, on your birthday,
Mama.
we get to go to Mount Rushmore. So we're heading up to the base. Now, what are the presidents?
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and Theodore Roosevelt.
That is correct. At the other side of it, oh, there you go. At the other side of it, you can take a little path that walks up to the base of the sculpture, which is what we're about to do.
Wow!
Very nicely taken care of path here with decking and railing and stairs. And we've hiked a lot harder than this.
Yes.
Well, what'd you think of that, Lace?
That was pretty cool.
The scale of it is just really hard to describe. I don't know if the video will come out, but it's fantastic. All right, we're leaving Mount Rushmore, or Keystone, I guess, but we were here specifically for Mount Rushmore, and we're heading to Brandon, South Dakota. It's about 5.5 hours, which is about all we have in us per day. We're doing something for the first time. We are boondocking 2 nights in a row. So, baby steps. We're looking forward to that. The first one is a winery, and the second one is, I think, a golf course.
You think?
We are in Brandon, South Dakota, and we boondocked last night at a harvest host called Wilde Prairie Vineyards. They have cows on this farm, and with cows come flies. But they had live music last night, which is pretty cool. And Lisa enjoyed a glass of wine, and I was working like crazy trying to get some stuff done. Well, you can see the cows right here. See if we can come over and say hi, good morning to the cows. I have a feeling they've been up a little bit longer than us. Yep, it's like a real legit farm here. Oh, there's some little cows too. Oh my. Last night we had some fireflies, pretty cool. And they filled the whole grassy area outside of our rig. And actually one of them came inside. So we were trying to figure out how to get rid of the firefly, which is pretty funny.
We are just pulling out from Wilde, Prairie Winery. They did have an event last night, and they had some musicians and had seafood, like not a food truck, but like a local, I think a local seafood company came, and they had fish and chips and stuff.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, so it was a cool event, and over where the event was, there goes a deer.
By the way, yesterday we drove the entire length of South Dakota. We started at Mount Rushmore, which is in, what's that town?
Outside of Rapid City.
Rapid City, all the way to Brandon, which is on the other side. So we went the entire length of South Dakota. But about, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes into the drive, we're cruising along, and the Hyundai Accent in front of us slows down, and I see a deer just wanders, it's not running, it's just walking across the highway. Now the speed limit there is 80 miles an hour. We go 55 just because I'm paranoid about blowing out tires. And so this car was probably going 75, close to 80. He steps on the brakes, doesn't slam, he does everything right. He drills the deer. I mean, completely nails it. The deer's legs go out. The body of the deer hits his hood and flies up 20 feet, 25 feet in the air. And
somersaults through the air.
And is just doing this. And we're watching it. It's literally right in front of us. I slow down. I have enough time to stop. And the deer's on the side of the road. The guy's front end is completely smashed up. Older couple, and we slow down, we stop, we put our hazards on, and his windshield was completely fine, which I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah.
But his front hood was just like
mangled,
destroyed.
His car was running, and so we rolled down the window and made sure that they were medically okay, they weren't injured at all, they were fine. And made sure that they had cell phones so they could call whoever they needed to, and they were okay.
But I'd never seen anything like that in my life. That was crazy. The thing flew in the air like a rag doll, and
yeah.
And so they were okay. And sure enough, like 15 minutes later, he goes cruising by us at 80 miles an hour with his hood all mangled.
It was nuts.
I guess he's used to that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe he figured it was cheaper than getting a tow truck or something. So anyways, but last night was a new experience in that I would say if it's 90 degrees out and you want to go boondocking, that's like next level. That's next level camping. And we haven't hit that level, I don't think. So that was new for us, and we were just sweating. We just got pulled over by the police, and where are we? Baraboo, Wisconsin. I think he's back there, but we have no idea what we were going 55.
I think he just opened his door.
Okay, here we go.
Hello. Hi, Trooper Westfall. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
What happened?
What did
Your
we do?
bikes are dragging on me.
Oh no!
All right. I have to go to another emergency call, but I'll let you take care of that.
Thank you.
They're dragging?
Yeah.
So we just got pulled over by a state trooper in Wisconsin, and the whole emotional, like, what did I do wrong? I didn't think I did anything wrong. Turns out our bikes are dragging on the back. Bob is currently back there trying to figure out what to do, and I think I'm gonna climb over and go see what I can do to help him.
Is this crazy?
This is nuts. Hey, remember the guy that said when he drove by, you said, hey, did he just flip you off?
Oh, you're right. But nobody paused and rolled down their window and waved at us.
Yeah, or like hung outside like a crazy person saying, hey, idiot. Ironically, we were just talking about that bike post.
It's like a bad accident. It is a bad accident.
Well, thankfully it's not a bad accident.
Isn't this crazy though?
Yeah.
I said you needed to do mechanical engineering to figure this thing out. I'm still blaming this on that road in Texas.
Yeah, but Bob, what's your degree in?
I have a degree in architecture. Our bikes are completely dismantled on the side of the road here. And now I got to figure out what to do with them. But what a mess that was. It is kind of scary to be on the side of the road with people going 80 miles an hour. We are back on the road. I feel light. It feels lighter in here.
Kind of like 4 bikes-ish?
You think we'll get better gas mileage?
I don't know.
There was a certain drag coefficient, you might say. I can only imagine what that looked like from behind us.
I so like want to find that trooper and be like, do you have a dash cam view?
The bike wheels had been ground down to like half a circle and just gone. How long were we dragging?
I don't think we were dragging them that long, because I really think we stopped, we got gas, and everything was fine. We weren't dragging them at the gas station. So it's less than 2 hours, but I think it was more like 5 minutes at the most.
It did quite the damage in 5 minutes.
Because I think people, because that one guy said something that we thought
he flipped us off.
He was doing something else. I think I'm gonna.
That's the moment.
I'm gonna take faith in humanity and say that they would have told us.
So the way that the assembly works is that, I don't know, it basically just sheared off. So the whole bar that goes in the thing, I don't know what they're called, the thing that goes in the thing, it just sheared, boom, and the whole thing fell and just, for how long, we don't know. But I'm in a full flop sweat. I didn't know what to do with the bikes, so forgive me, state of Wisconsin. Is that where we are?
That is where we are.
Forgive me, I left the remnants, as much as I could put, I put in the back of the truck. And the bike remnants I left on the side of the road. I didn't know what to do. I don't recommend 6 months of full-time RV with that bike rack. That's all I can say. So we're gonna parallel park. This bus right here is in the way of where we're supposed to be. You can see our rig right there. And we are going to attempt to put our rig between that vehicle and that vehicle. All right, we did it. We are officially parked between 2 vehicles. Not bad. This is a pretty cool spot. Golf course boondocking. Who knew that was a thing? Yeah! Here's a tip. If you're staying at a golf course boondocking, it's very cool. It's a very neat experience, except if it's I'm thinking Friday or Saturday night, because they have weddings at golf courses. And they had a wedding going until the music stopped around midnight, and I mean it was like we were in a club.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, all the typical wedding songs, which are some of them very highly inappropriate for little kids' ears. They actually had a school bus there to cart all the inebriated, you know, wedding attendants back to a hotel, which is good that they weren't driving. But then they were kind of all stumbling around the parking lot, and I heard multiple people commenting on our rig, and it was not a very restful night, let's put it that way. So it sounded like everybody was having a great time.
It did.
And I'm very happy for whoever the bride and groom were. They had a blast, and but yeah, sleeping was.
So we woke up this morning and we still had about, I don't know,
so
from the
disgusting.
previous night's boondocking experience.
The cow boondocking experience.
And this morning we woke up early and got on the road as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think we're just pushing our limits.
Yeah.
Like, boondocking is a whole different level. And so we were like, let's try boondocking. And we're learning what works and what doesn't. So 80 degrees and up with humidity is a no-go zone for us for boondocking. Because you're sticky, you're gross, you're not showering because you have limited water. We were worried we were going to run out of water. So we're still figuring out how much water to use, how much not to use, that kind of thing. No cows, no golf course on Saturday night. That's what we've learned.